What up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. You too can be great, 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 great. This is the Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 10, Homecoming Review. Okay? So the episode starts off with Sukihana and Chameleon or her at this radio show. And of course, the topic of colorism comes into it. And I absolutely agree with what Sukihana says. As an artist, we know that there was a lot of artists nowadays that bleached their skin. We know that, what's her name? Trina, from what I heard, bleached her skin. We heard that Malaysia had bleached their skin. We also know that, what's her name? That used to be with Notorious B.I.G., the other rapper. Lil Kim bleached her skin. There's a lot of rappers that felt, a lot of artists, not just rappers in general, that were trying to make it in the time where they felt like light skin was the right skin, like those idiots used to rap in their music, or she light skin with good hair, and they put that image out there, and it made a lot of darker skinned people who have their naps feel like they were inadequate and their talent wasn't enough. And so you had those moments where instead of them paying attention to the talent, they had to get the fake butts and the fake lips and try to make other parts of their bodies stand out to make them known. And it's not fair. The thing is, it's social media that perpetuates that BS, okay? And they kind of took away from the naturalness of us. That's the reason why you see a lot of people with fake eyelashes, fake hair, and fake this and fake that, trying to assume by the time they're done putting all the shit in their face, you don't even know who they are. It's a totally different person. So when Sukihana says that, she's had problems trying to get herself out there, because when you meet her and you meet somebody else who's light-skinned or somebody who fits the mold of what they rap about, they tend to gravitate towards that person more so than anybody else. And there was a time where I met a lot of light-skinned people that felt like they really went to their head. They really felt like they were the shit because of what the media had basically said about them. We had all these girls going and doing an interview talking about, I'm light, I'm 5'5", I'm light-skinned, I'm thick, I got really curly hair, I got that good hair. And they would usually feel like that made them more appealing to others. And it was very sad, because I have seen some light-skinned people that were butt ugly. I don't care. They look hot mess. They look hot as hell. They were ugly as hell. They were salting my eyeballs. It was just not fair. And I've also met dark-skinned people that I didn't think were attractive either. I didn't tell them that, but that was just what I saw. I thought they weren't attractive. Then I've met light-skinned people that were absolutely beautiful. I've also met dark-skinned people that were absolutely, look at Adjua, Stu's wife. She is gorgeous. That woman is beautiful. Lupita Nyong'o, whatever, the actor that's been in the movie Us, to me, she is absolutely beautiful. Viola Davis, absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of dark-skinned people that I have seen, brown-skinned people, darker, that are gorgeous. And I've seen them, and to me, I would never, to me, they're gorgeous. Remy Ma, she ain't light-skinned. She's also very much beautiful. But there are also light-skinned people that I think that are also beautiful as well. I just think that people need to learn how to love themselves in all shades. And all these people in social media going out there, all these rappers putting this bullshit out there, need to be careful what they put out to the public. Because then it makes it very hard for other black men to support other dark-skinned black women. They always tend to go and think that when they make money, they go and they date outside their race, because that's what society finds acceptable. So they brought that up. Then we got Amara's house. Mama is pissed off that the dogs keep taking shit everywhere, and I would be too. Amara is worried about her career, but mostly she's grieving her dead relationship with MJ. Mommy is not feeling it. She said it's just me and you. She does not want Amara to end up with MJ at all. Whatever the hell she's seen, I don't know if it's because she wants Amara to herself, or because she really feels like MJ is a bad influence on her daughter and it's not good enough for her daughter. And I think it's probably because she feels like he's not good enough for her, because MJ's financial standing and what MJ brings to the table is not comparable to what she feels her daughter brings to the table. As the parent, you don't want your daughter to be the one doing most of the work, because she had to do most of the work when Amara's dad was obsolete. So I understand her not wanting her to be with MJ, and she wasn't having it. Then Bobby and Trina are getting ready for the Bahamas. We talk about that scene. I'll get to that more later. Trick Daddy, Joy goes over to Trick's house to talk to him about the Bahamas situation, and Trick is going off with the camera crew. Apparently, he's mad because they're the ones who put his mugshot out onto the show. Now, I understand Trick being upset because, of course, he may be potentially fighting a case, and Love and Hip Hop putting it on TV like that to make a storyline makes this situation worse for him. However, Trick, you signed a contract to be on this show, which means that everything about your life is open to scrutiny, including the fact that you had a mugshot. That mugshot would not be on the show if it did not exist. They're not the ones who took it. They're just the ones who put it out. Okay? had that situation not occurred, they wouldn't have anything to put out there. And if you have that situation in your life, they're obviously going to capitalize on it because it makes good TV. So I understand why Trick is pissed off, but bruh, you can't be mad at them. They're just doing their job to keep the show going. And your life has to seem entertaining, and that has to be what entertains people. We need to know all those things. Then he says he wants to quit the show. Joy's looking at him like, well, dang. This is the Trick from old back when they used to make all those ratchet rap music. He's finna fight all these people. Damn. Then we got Bobby, Trina, and Joy meeting up again about the Bahamas. And Joy is, of course, letting them know what happened with Trick and him, saying that he's quitting Love and Hip Hop, and she felt that he might end up in jail again if the camera crew didn't leave the house. Then I look at Bobby closely, and Bobby's face, whenever he speaks, looks very different. I don't know if it's just me. Y'all tell me the truth. Bobby, he must have got some work done. His lips don't match anymore the way it was before. Like the way when he talks, like the cheekbones, everything, it just looks different from the first Bobby I saw in the very first season of this Miami. Am I wrong? Somebody please tell me. What did he get done? On the comments, let me know, because I sure he just looks different to me. Then we got Hoodrats is in the studio getting it in. She is a very talented rapper. That little skit that she did was very well done. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a nice beat, and I thought she was doing a good job. So I really hope that she gets her break, because she does seem like a talented rapper. But she's also dark-skinned. So, like I said, with the industry and the way it is, it may also make things difficult for her if she doesn't go get fake booty. Right now, her physique is beautiful, but they're going to make her change something about herself. She might start bleaching, too. Her eyelashes are already going, you know, they're running away to who knows where. They're already long enough, they don't even fit her face. She got the fake hair. She may puff up her lips. She may put some more boobs. She may, you know, make her butt bigger. I don't know. She may start bleaching her skin. We don't know, but they're going to make her change something. So she need to be careful. Then we got her talking about how she went through her man Kenny's phone and she found a lot of information about that man, including the fact that he's still texting his baby mama, so-called, who's actually his wife. The nerve of these black men. The nerve, just the nerve of them. It baffles me. How do you think this is not going to come out? I'll get to that in a minute. Then we got Joy, Bobby, and Trina. Now they're finally at the Bahamas. Bahamas looks amazing. It looks so exciting. It looks like a place I'll have fun. And Trina's talking about all the memories that she had with her mom and how her mom grew up there. And it was a very touching scene, I agree. Then we got Amara, JoJo, and Shay meeting up at the spa to kind of relax and stuff like that. Of course, Shay is there, and Shay is gonna wait until Amara brings a topic up about MJ, which she did, and Shay's gonna do what I would do, which is defend my brother. Naturally, that's just what you're supposed to do, defend your own sibling in public. That's what you're supposed to do. However, Shay was going way too hard against Amara about the decision that she chose to make about her personal relationship. I understand Shay defending her brother and wanting to defend her brother's honor, but girl, you are not the one screwing Amara. You are not the one who's going to be paying for her children, because MJ was talking about having children when he didn't have his career or his money game up. How are you going to feed these babies? Love don't feed them. So Amara had to make a decision based on what's best for her. You don't have to agree how she came to that conclusion, but you are not there 24/7. Shay gets on my damn nerves. Why are you so invested? I understand you wanted to protect your brother. I get that, but it is not your place to involve yourself so much into Amara's personal life. You need to make sure that you keep your friendship and her personal relationship with your brother separate. You don't need to be going at her like this. So of course Shay does what she always does when she's defensive. Amara's like, you don't need to be talking to me about this. Go talk to your brother. She's like, well, I'm here and I'm talking to you. That whole petty bullshit that people do when you say, I don't want to talk to you. Well, I'm talking to you. Just dumb. Grow up. So Amara does what I would do, which is check the hell out of her. Listen to me deeply, girl. I need a break from our friendship. Because you obviously think that you can just talk to me in your own kind of way. We don't need to be friends if you're going to disrespect me in this manner. And of course, Shay gets mad, gets up and walks out. Amara's like, no, nobody's scared of you. You can go. I need to take a break from you because you're not about to sit up here and try to bully me into going back with your brother. Girl, bye. Then after this happens, JoJo's talking to Amara's like, if you're not happy, I understand why you're not happy. So it makes sense what you do. MJ comes in with this bouquet of flowers. And he sits in front of Amara and he does this cry with no tears. Hashtag no tears. All these people that be sitting on TV crying, you are not a good actor. There's no tears there. I just feel like I love you so much. And I just felt like I should fight for our love. And I just feel like if you love somebody, you know, I know you need some space, but it's been a couple days and without you in my life, and I just feel like, you know, I love you. It's only been a year. They've only been together for a year. That's what I thought. They've only been together for a year. I don't know what the hell happened, but my camera shut off. So now I need to see if I remember half the stuff I said, because I had some great things I said. Where was I? So we had the whole scene with MJ showing up and, you know, making an ass out of himself with no tears. Then we got back to the Bahamas scene. Joy brings the remains of Trina's mama, because Trina's mom apparently wanted to go back to the Bahamas before she passed away, and it was a very thoughtful thing for Joy to bring her remains so they can basically use it to commemorate her at the beach. And then of course we got Bobby there, because Bobby gets to see the other side of Trina's family and the other side of her, you know, that whole scene. But that whole scene was beautiful. Then we got still at the Bahamas, we meet Valentino, Trina's uncle, who lets us know a little bit more about a man named Willie. Willie is Trina's stepfather, but Trina calls him dad, because for 10 years he loved her mama and he was very supportive, and he also raised Trina, who is not his biological daughter, because her father was not around, and he did a very good job. Now what we were told is that he was robbed and shot, and that's how he lost his life. Now I mentioned before I realized my camera wasn't recording that there's a lot of gun violence that's increasingly going on because of what we see on TV. Consistently, there's always some crime on TV about that has to do with the shooting. On top of that, there's a lot of circulation of weapons that shouldn't even, that illegally out there. On top of that, people are starting to glorify criminals, you know, criminal behavior when they see that shit on TV and music and stuff like that. They're starting to learn about that stuff in a young age, joining gangs and stuff like that. People like Willie, who are said to be kind-hearted people, don't deserve to be dying that way. If you lie to somebody, you can maybe apologize and gain trust over time. If you steal, you can probably pay that back or whatever it is you stole. When you take a life, you cannot give that back. And that type of situation does not, you know, it's not a good thing to hear, especially because Trina just lost her mom. You find out earlier she lost somebody that she considered a dad too, which is too much. Then I look at the food that's over there with the Bahamas, and I'm thinking I should be eating this food, because the way that Bobby was tearing up that food, I was like, I will one day go to the Bahamas and I will definitely eat this food, because this food looks good. Then we got Hoodrats Eyelashes is now meeting up with her boyfriend Kenny, and the first thing she asks him is, do you have anything to tell me? Kenny says no. They're apparently living together in the same house. They came home, they're playing house, and Hoodrats said that she went through her phone, his phone, and she found him having a conversation with what she thought was his baby mom, what turned out to be his wife, his actual wife, who he went to court, signed papers with, walked down the aisle, legally is married, has a whole ass family, making her the bona fide side chick, and he's out here talking about, I didn't say it because I didn't think it was important. What in the actual hell? They didn't skip your mind. You knew, because you knew that she would not date you if you told her that you were married. You knew the type of person that you were. You wanted to have your cake and eat it too, and you chose to keep that away from her. Her brat is now pissed off because the nonchalant behavior this man has is if he's not obligated to tell somebody that he's married and he's sleeping with her, sharing house with her. Come on now. Her brat did something that she shouldn't have done. In the sense that if you're going to be with somebody who has children, yes, I know that the baby mama, the baby dad is going to come out there and say negative things about the other person. No, this person's fake. No, this person did shit for me. They were a hot mess. They were deadbeat mama, deadbeat dad. You're going to hear those things in general. But one thing that you want to hear is, I will never be with that person again. It helps to hear that from that person, so you know for a fact they're not together. It tells me that her brat has never communicated with her, because all she's saying is, when you talk about her, you talk about her being your baby mama. Well, I'm thinking that if her and Kenny are trying to build a relationship together, at some point he's going to bring the child over to her so they can meet. They're going to build a family together, right? She said all these wonderful things about him and how they want to build a future together. Meaning that you're going to have to meet the mother he had a child with, because you're going to be around his kid. But here is Kenny acting like it's cool. Hooprat gets up. She's like, I'm not about to be a side chick. Y'all got me fucked up. She gets up, goes outside, and this fool runs outside and follows her saying it wasn't a big deal. The absolute nerve is what's shocking me. Here's the thing about this whole situation that pissed me off. Black men tend to do black women the worst. Hold on a second. Make sure my camera is still on, because I'm going to say this. Okay, still working. Black men tend to do black women the worst. They don't treat white folks this way. And why, I don't know. But black men tend to do black women the worst. Because black women tend to be the ones who, I don't understand why they don't value the fact that black women are the type of women that definitely will ride or die for you. I have seen a lot of situations, with one in particular that I will never forget, where a black man decided to go ahead and date a white woman. I'm not saying that all white women is like this. Please don't take this as a racial issue. But I'm saying that the relationships I've seen when it's biracial in that sense, it was a black man and a white woman, and they're together, the situation I experienced is when the relationship went south. This woman went to court. Not only did she file a false police report of abuse, she also went to court when this man was facing 10 years and lied and cried and said that she used her privilege and cried and said that he had his gang member friends come threaten her and da-da-da-da-da. He wasn't even in a gang. She knew that the system works better for her, not just as a woman, but because she's, because of her race. And she played it up to where this man went to prison for 6 years. After he spent 6 years in prison, he's going to come out and she's going to say, I'm sorry that I lied a long time ago. Are you crazy? But we got black women who will sit there and go to visit you in prison. They will write you letters. They will even take care of your kid when you leave them stranded for years. Make sure that this kid is well fed. Make sure this kid is taken care of. And we are the ones who will support you till the end, who will actually go to bat for you when the system doesn't work for you. Okay? And you do the worst to us and treat us like we're trash. I know that the media has a lot to do with it, and social media has a lot to do with, glorifying the light skin being the right skin. So of course you want to be with somebody who's going to help you have light skinned kids. All these celebrities, black men that get rich, are going to end up with somebody that don't look like this. And even if they're black, they're not dark. It's very rare that you see something like that. Yet we're the ones who were sitting up there having their back. The baby just got into a situation where he slapped a black woman or whatever. Slapped her because apparently he felt like he had the right to do so. Had it been somebody who didn't look like this, he never would have tried that because he would have been afraid of getting himself into trouble legally. Now, all these things this is what I say about black women. All these things where they say that, oh, you got to be ride or die for your black man, black love. That does not mean that you have to tolerate some BS, because you're in a situation where this man will play you after wasting your youth, giving you babies, then abandon you for some other chick and have you being like baby mama number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, giving you no commitment whatsoever. And then when you end up in a situation where he's putting his hands on you, you have this mentality like, we don't call the cops. We don't want to throw another black man in prison. So they take advantage of that situation and feel like they can treat us like crap. I am not that type of person. I expect to be treated the same way that I treat you. Black, white, green, I don't care. If you put your hands on me or if you do something that I feel like I don't deserve, you will be treated the same way as I would treat everybody else. You will be out of my life in an instant. I will have nothing to do with you. If we have a kid, we'll have a respectable co-parenting situation, but you and I will never be. And if you put your hands on me, I don't care if you're female, male, whatever. If I'm not bothering you and you want to cross the line and put your hands, I don't have that same diluted opinion where they say, oh, I'm not going to call the cops. I feel like we should just fight and get it out of the way. We're not going to do that. Because had it been somebody that you know could put you behind bars for years, you wouldn't try that shit. You're doing it because you think it's me, and as a black woman, I'm going to just tolerate it. Are you crazy? Because I'm watching Kenny talk to Hoodrats. No remorse. No, I'm sorry. No, I know that you've invested time in me. No, I know that you fall in love with me. No, I know that you've had your children, your sister's children around me. No, the fact that you've been sharing a bed with me. No, nothing. You looking me in my face and telling me that you had a whole wife and you didn't feel like that was important enough to tell me. The disrespect on that level is baffling to me. You have no conscience. The next scene we got is they're back at the Palmers. Bobby can burn. The breakfast he made me hungry. The mimosa he had made me thirsty. And Trina was enjoying fine ass with all her legs come out. And I'm looking at Joy and I'm thinking she is absolutely beautiful. I'm a dark-skinned woman. So when I see a dark-skinned woman that I just like, to me, Joy is beautiful. Just like Adjoa. For Adjoa Stu's wife, that woman is beautiful. I don't know why society has this opinion that light skin is the right skin and dark skin is ugly and the nappy head, whatever. I have seen a lot of dark skinned women with nice natural hair that are too sexy for me to ignore. Just beautiful. And I am one of them. Yes, God, I am. And I keep seeing this, all these people talk about how light skin and this. I've seen light skinned people that are gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. They are beautiful, but I've also seen dark-skinned people that are beautiful as well. And I feel like we get tossed into the corner because of what the media says. But if you're dark-skinned and you're watching this video and somebody's out here telling you that you're ugly because of your skin, girl, you are bomb. You're beautiful. You're fine. Your chocolate cannot be replaced. There's a reason why we got all these people during slavery wanted so much to have us in their bed, girl. We are beautiful inside and out, and we don't age. Yes, we sure don't. We will keep this nice, clear, unacne, beautiful, smooth. Don't do anything to yourself. When you're a 40 girl, you will look like you were 30 or at best 29. Don't even worry about yourself. But for me, when I'm looking at Joy, she's gorgeous. And Trick knows she's gorgeous. I know she's gorgeous, so he don't want to lose that woman. She came out looking like a whole snack with her legs and everything. Then we hear, yo! And here comes Trick coming in. And Trick is now decided to join them because he realizes that he made a commitment to support Trina. He's going to be there. And the episode ends. They show us next episode and we see Trick, Trina, and Joy and Bobby on the beach making speech about Trina's mama. And Bobby lets us know that she was the reason that Trina and that Joy and Trick ended up together in the first place. And Joy makes a comment like, look how that happened. But we finally get to see Joy and Trick address their relationship issue, because we've never really seen them go in depth about what happened with their marriage and why Joy wants out so bad. And Joy lets us know that when Trick found out that he was sick, it's like he didn't give a damn about himself anymore. When somebody is sick and has a disease like cancer or something that's really life-changing, it could put a lot of strain in a relationship. And she felt like Trick just didn't give up on himself. He had no regard for his own life. And he has a family, he has kids, and yet here we are married, and you want me to be a nurse at a young age because you are literally choosing not to take care of yourself. It's not like you can't, or you have this disability that's forcing you not to be able to take care of yourself. You're choosing not to, and you're forcing me to live here and watch you sink yourself. I can't do it. And we get to see that scene. Then we got Amara and Prima Donna finally going at it, because Prima Donna may have brought up the MJ situation, and Amara's like, mind your business, and Prima Donna calls her the Energizer Bunny. Prima Donna's reads are so on point, they crack me up. But I can't wait till next episode. It looks like it's going to be lit. Please like, subscribe, and notification bell. I'm sorry I had a few breaks because I had a phone call. Then my camera shut off, so I had to start over and make sure I started where it left off. But I hope to do better for y'all next time. Let me know what y'all think in the bottom. I do read your comments. Maybe I learned something new. I do kind of try to give whatever I know and, learn what you guys know as well. So go ahead and let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, and notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, U2KimB_GRA, great_channel. And I do post some pictures out there. Check them out and let me know what you think as well. Love y'all. Have a good evening. Bye.